like, you get to do this for you, not for them. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. But I
Yeah.
guess with me looking and feeling my best on the inside and the outside is,
Oh yeah.
I want to make myself a priority because I have to live as long as I can for my kids, and I need as much energy, and the stuff
Yep.
that I've been consuming I know plays a big role in it too. So I also need to find someone that can help me meal prep the correct
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, so something really great about any package that you choose to go with for us, you get complimentary nutrition counseling. So you will have a one-on-one call with the nutritionist that you'll have access to for 1 month. And then again, we have 3, 6, and 12-month packages, but you'll have at least access to a nutritionist for 1 month because you can't really have like the fitness without the nutrition, which it sounds like you already are aware of. So we want to make sure that you're actually going to achieve your goals. So we give you access to our team of nutritionists who's going to put together, meal plan and grocery lists and like all the things that are going to support you and what you are consuming. And that's a complimentary service. So,
Okay, sounds
um,
good.
yeah. Okay, so increasing energy, toning arms. I feel like I have a good idea as far as where you want to be physically. Now, besides having giving birth 10 months ago, is there any like injuries or limitations that we should be aware of?
No, I mean, as of like lately, I had to go to the doctor to get some blood work done because I had been extremely tired, like kind of like
Yeah.
so fatigued. But they just said that my iron was low, so I have been taking like medicine for that. But other than that, I've always been kind of just on the healthier side.
Good. That's amazing. Beautiful. Okay. Let's see here. Now, do you have a preference between male or female trainer?
I don't.
Now, so you're aware that we are a come to you as, or in home personal training business, right?
No, I wasn't aware of that. I did say that I wouldn't mind going to a local park
Yeah.
or something like that because I can just put both of my smaller kids in like a double stroller and they could just sit there because my oldest two will be at school.
Yeah. Yeah, that's honestly what a majority of our clients do who don't have access to like an apartment gym or something like that. And meeting at a local park is honestly the best. Like not only because you're getting outside, but it's also like I just think it's so much better than working inside. So local parks are an option. If there's ever bad weather or something like that, just communicate with your trainer and they'll meet you at a different location. The only restrictions there are is with corporate, like the 24-hour fitnesses, like the very corporate gyms, you would just need to seek their approval before bringing our trainer there. But it's not impossible, but you just need to get their permission before we can have our trainers go to those gyms. Does that make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, perfect. Yeah, I think a local park would be great, and it'd be really great for the kids too. And I'm just going to take note, two little ones, 10 months and 2. Okay, perfect. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, and then you had mentioned about a time in the past. I think you said, where was it? You were 127, 130. Is that like the new goal weight that you want to try to get back to, or is there a certain weight in mind?
So what I'm noticing is that I appear to look a lot smaller off of camera than I do on camera. And
Okay.
so I think I would have to weigh 15 pounds less to look.
Okay.
So if my goal was 145, I would have if I wanted to look like I was 145 on camera, I would have to literally weigh 15 pounds less than that. My numbers could be slightly off because I don't know how many pounds the camera add to you. I
Yeah.
just know I look way bigger on camera than I do
Yeah.
off.
I always like to say too, we ask for, a range for that number as far as what the number is on the scale. But I always say, like, it's not even necessarily about the number. It's about the way you look. Like if you look in the mirror and you're like, okay, cool, I look good, but you might even, be at 150, but you might love the way you look because you gained more muscle, and muscle is heavier than fat, right?
Right.
So I always like to, at least gauge to see if there is a specific goal weight in mind. But I always just say, like, keep in mind that you could achieve that weight, but more importantly, it's how you want to look, right? How you look on camera, how you look in the mirror, all of that.
Yeah, because I've seen like a celebrity I just seen on Instagram just now. She stood on the scale. She was 159, but everything was flat and toned up. And even though she had the surgery, she still has to stay in the gym. So
exactly.
I'm fine with that too.
I hear you, and you deserve to look the way you want to look. So. And I think having a trainer too, especially postpartum, it's so important because it's like you're rebuilding this habit that you've kind of like been out of the game on for a while,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, okay, perfect. Well, I feel like I have a majority of the information that I need to move forward. If anything else comes up, I'll ask. But what I'd like to do now is share my screen with you and tell you a little bit more about what's included in our packages, and then answer any questions that you have about it. Does that sound good?
Yes, that sounds good.
Okay.
Okay, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. And then I always say, if you are on a phone, if you turn it sideways, you'll probably see it much better. But okay, so as I mentioned earlier, we have 3, 6, and 12-month packages available. Now, with any package that you decide to choose, these are some of the things that are included. So every session that you have with your trainer will be 60 minutes long. I mentioned this earlier, but complimentary nutrition counseling. All of our trainers are background checked and insured trainers. You also have the ability to change trainers. So let's say, for example, we, based off of all the information you give us today, we assign you a trainer and you don't actually like them. You have the ability to change trainers at any given time. This also accounts for if you travel or move, in your outside of your general area. We'll always assign you a new trainer for as long as you're in our container. You will also get monthly fitness assessments, rollover sessions. So this is something I appreciate as a new mom. If there's ever a time that you're not able to make a session, you won't lose it. There is a cap on that of 60 days. But we believe that, like, if you are going to be investing in yourself in this way, just because life happens, you shouldn't lose out on a session with your trainer, right? We just ask that you communicate as soon as possible with your trainer, so that way we can, have their availability open. And then our app and our exclusive access to our partners, which I'll show you in just a minute. So everything I just went over here. So this is our Fitness app. This is essentially like your one-stop shop. This will have everything that you need for really to be successful outside of your sessions with your trainer. So this is where you can track your progress. This is where you'll be able to contact customer support. This is where you'll communicate directly with your trainer. It's a really great bonus just so you're, not scrambling around to like try to find your trainer's number or email them, or, it's just all of it's right here. And then also I love the tracking your progress portion of it, because sometimes I feel like the first time that I worked with a trainer, I didn't track any progress. And I was like, no, I don't see any results, right? And then the second time I worked with a trainer, I was actually tracking the progress, taking I think it was daily pictures. It was either daily or weekly. And I was able to actually see the side by side, and it was significant, even though I was like, is anything actually happening here? So I think that's a really great perk as well. And then you did mention earlier about nutrition. Now, this is not something you have to take advantage of, but you definitely can take advantage of this. We have exclusive discounts to all of these different food service programs and supplement programs. So I don't know if you've seen, I get ads all the time for Factor, but Factor is an option. It's a meal plan, a meal service delivery program. So you can basically have all of your meals delivered directly to your door. You don't have to do any cooking or prepping around that. So that might be something you want to take advantage of as well. Just something to keep in mind, that you'll have all these discounts available to you. And then coming soon, we're going to be having live stream classes. So maybe on a day that you're not working out with your trainer, you'll be able to access one of our classes. We've got Zumba, yoga, boot camp classes, and all of this is just complimentary to you.
Okay.
All right, I'll go ahead and stop sharing there because I know that was kind of a lot. No, that's okay. I'll go ahead and share my screen with you so you can kind of see the breakdown. We obviously just ask that you commit to a minimum of 3 months, because without the 3, honestly, that nothing will change before that. You know what I mean? So 3 months is really kind of like that marker of like, let's get you started. Let's build this habit. Let's start seeing some results. And then you can continue after that for longer. But I typically recommend going with at least 6 months, because especially if you want to see some like big results, that's when those are actually going to happen, right? I like to think of the 3 months as it's building your internal muscle of like actually going and working out, building that muscle of actually working out. And then that 6 months is where you're really going to start to see some like physical results. Does that make sense there?
Yes, I do have a question though, because I've been told so many different things about like your face weight has a lot to do with salt. I guess my question is, once I start working out with you guys for 6 months, a year, 5 years, whatever, will the weight in my face leave as well?
Oh, I mean, I feel like typically you lose, and again, I speak to your trainer to verify this, but I personally feel like the weight in your face is first to go. I also think it's a lot of nutrition. So because obviously you can do, your face yoga. Have you heard of face yoga?
I know, I've seen face exercises, and yeah.
Yeah, you can do that, but I think a lot of it is going to be around nutrition and also hydration. So if you are dehydrated, you're actually going to hold on to weight, especially in your face. So the first step that I would say for you is like really focus on hydration. And your nutritionist will be able to support you better in that as well. But something that I have found really helpful is don't just drink plain water. Always add something to it that will actually help your body absorb it, because if you just drink water by itself, it's not actually going to, it's just going to go right through you. So have you ever heard of...
No. Is there like some type of like electrolytes or something?
Yep, it's an electrolyte, and honestly, I would reach out as a content creator. I would reach out because they sponsored an event for me a while ago, and they gave out a bunch of free product. Okay. So I would reach out, and if, especially as a content creator, you might even be able to like reach out, ask for some free product, and like post them, share them if it's something that you actually benefit from. But I would look into Element, because it's a electrolyte. It tastes like salt, so it's like a salty but flavored salt. It's hard to describe. Sounds gross. I promise it's not that gross, and it's really helpful to actually have your body absorb the hydration. And I think that could really help with the bloating in the face.
Okay.
Yeah.
So on average, how much plain water?
It's hard to say.
Because I know you said to mix it so it'll absorb more. So is that every bottle of water that I drink needs to be mixed?
You don't have to do every bottle of water. I do 1 packet a day.
Okay, awesome. Okay.
Yeah. But definitely look into them, because I have found that's all, and it also has helped my energy so much as well postpartum.
Okay. Awesome.
Okay, well, I'm going to share my screen with you now.